Alright, YouTube, so today is Wednesday. It's the next day from the previous video. So, literally like 10-15 minutes after I posted the post on Facebook, I think it posted before the video was even posted on YouTube. But, yeah, like first guy messaged me was for the transmission mount. Second guy, Zach, shout out to Zach. So, yeah, he's buying like half the engine. So he's got the pulley, the belt wrap, the coils and wires, the throttle body turn down, the radiator hoses, um, the fuel pump, the XPZ cam, the double roller, the lifters, the push rods, the fuel rails, the air motives. Man, I want to say, the mufflers off the car, and I'm giving him the fittings for the aeromotives. That's the 80s, and then that's the belt for the 2.9 pulley, the brand new ZZP belt. And then, because remember this one is a Chevy Cruze belt, but yeah, he's gonna get that belt also. So yeah, so all of that is all sold. Oh, and the intercooler setup with the Bosch pump and the heat exchanger. The ice box is pending sale. The strut tower bar, the ZZP sway bar, the lower control arms with the ball joints, all the poly stuff, the BMR rear trailing arms, and the TRQ rear control arms. All this here, that's all pending sale. The wheels and tires are sold. The transmission is sold. The hood is sold. I have the headlights and fog lights are pending, and then the front bumper is pending to someone else. The power logs and downpipe and everything is still available. The air intake is pending. Someone in Houston was messaging me about the heads and the valve springs. So I mean, I don't know, they haven't said for sure if they want them or not, but those could be pending. This brake booster hose, that's sold. Man, yeah, a lot of stuff. The struts are pending sale. The gauge pod pillar, this is sold. That's really all of the interior that's been sold. And then, the valve covers are pending sale. So I mean, I still have the Bosch O2 sensor and AEM harness, and then the China sensor with the other AEM harness, and then I've got the 3/4 pulley with the 650 belt. I have AN line, some 6AN to 6AN, and some just regular 6AN fittings. This is 6AN line, and then there's also some 8AN fittings in there, I believe, like 3 or 4. Some hose cutters for the line. I do have a couple of used front wheel bearings if anyone needs wheel bearings. So yeah, I mean, there's still, the radiator's still available, the ice box is available, the supercharger's still available, just the belt wrap and the pulley is sold. All the coil pack bracket is still available, all the pulleys, the crank pulley was brand spanking new like 6 months ago. I've still got the oil catch can. The heads are, I don't know if they're really pending. The 42.5s are still available. The whole bottom end is still available. Alternator bracket with the coolant elbows and all that. Power steering pump. Has a brand new Detroit axle power steering rack and pinion with the inner tie rods. And then it has those outer tie rods with the nice thick blue boots. I forget what brand they were, but they're really, really nice quality outer tie rods. But yeah, so like pretty much all the suspension is sold. The brakes are still available. The interior is still available. I mean, these do have really, really nice seats. There's just a little bit of wear on this driver one. The passenger side is mint. The back seat is real nice. The backing is black and the bottom is gray. The other gray back is still in the '06 Grand Prix, so I don't know, maybe I can get Garrett to swap me out and he can have the black and I can get the matching gray. Looks like there's a little bit of marks on the back of this seat, probably just from having tires and stuff in here. And then yeah, that's Lucas's sensor and harness. But yeah, like the taillights are still available, the trunk's still available, the doors are, you know, all the glass is all tinted, everything works, everything goes up and down. So I mean, there's still lots of good parts. Engine harness, I still have the stainless fuel filter down in there and all the line that runs all the way back to the tank. The tank is still available, but the pump and assembly are sold. The shorter dog bones are still available. I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of good parts available. So I mean, there's already been enough purchased to where, I mean, it's gonna get parted out, no doubt. So she's pretty much getting parted out to the max at this point. And I mean, I'm still gonna have the body. I can always throw, like, I gave Garrett all the old suspension from whenever I changed everything, and he never put it on the '06, and he told me I could just have it all back. And Garrett's actually bought the transmission and the hood and cashed at me $600 for the transmission and the hood. So I was like, hell yeah, that helps out a lot. So, and then he's also wanting to buy the wheels and tires for $400. So he's trying to come up with another $400. So I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely getting parted out. So if anybody needs anything that's, I said, is pending or is still available, then go ahead and hit me on Facebook and just shoot me a message. You can also leave a comment down below, and we can try to communicate through there. So, but yeah, I just want to give y'all an update, let y'all know what is still available and what is sold. So I know it sucks, but it's all for the good. Like, I've been super stressed out about bills, and everything just finally caught up, and I just snapped. And so this is gonna help me get everything paid off. I won't have any debt, and I'll still have enough money left over to where I can order the parts from Gage, get that stuff in, finish up everything I need to get finished up on the Grand Am. And then I'm gonna need a wideband. So I mean, no one's bought the sensors or harnesses yet. So boom, no one's bought the power logs or the downpipe. So I mean, hell, I could even just throw the power logs and the DZP Catalyst downpipe on there, and then just weld another resonator flange, chop it off, weld it on the other way so it'll bolt up, and just weld it onto the factory Grand Am exhaust. I mean, there's a lot of things I could do, and I can make it work. So, but I don't know, that's gonna be the update for now, you guys. So I guess like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully we can get this Grand Am running and driving, because I'm ready to hear that thing run and see that thing move. And this car, she'll make a comeback. So it's not the end of the world. Shit happens. Sometimes you got to sacrifice. And like now, just that I've sold some shit and I have some money and I've been able to pay a few things. Like, I got my insurance paid, storage is paid. So like, I'm not stressing out about that as much now. So now come this weekend, I'll get the engine pulled out, get everything torn apart, and get this thing up on jack stands and start getting all the suspension off. Garrett's going to come down, bring another hood, and he's going to pick up everything once everything's out and just throw the hood on there, and we're going to install the pins. And I told him I got the brand new pins also. So I know it sucks, but it just has to happen. Oh, also the GXP gauge cluster is still available. The DIC display, 154,000, 23 miles on it. The whole surround here is actually really nice. It's not cracked anywhere or anything. Has a chrome trim. The whole interior has the chrome trim. And this one, radio works. So all the heater control, all the buttons are actually really nice. The recirculate's starting to peel a tiny little bit, but it's still in really good condition. So but yeah, there's still a lot of good usable parts on this car, and like I said, whatever doesn't sell, I can always rebuild it, so it's not the end of the world. But and yeah, the scan gauge, I'm gonna end up using that for the Grand Am, so that's not for sale. But yeah, that's gonna be this video, you guys. So